Alright, next hand we pick up ace jack suited, blind versus blind. Pretty good hand. Let's see what happens. Alright, well, we're blind versus blind now. We have ace jack suited. He has 30 big blinds. This is a $1 rebuy. I'm getting it in here. We don't have info on this guy. Uh, he has about 30 big blinds. He has 22K. He's probably not the tightest player at the table. And it's a $1 rebuy. I'm trying to get this in pre-flop here. Not always going to be happy about it, but I am going to try to get this in. See what happens. Whoa! He basically 4x's it. He makes it 3K. What do we think he has? Well, we don't know what he has, but my initial instinct is if he has a big hand, why is he 4xing it? If he has a big overpair, you would think that he would just make a normal raise. So I don't really think he has a big overpair. I kind of feel like a lot of times a guy makes one, he could just be trying to play gangster poker, make a big pre-flop raise and take it down on the flop no matter what. And he could not have anything at all. But I think a lot of the times making this big raise is a hand that really doesn't flop that well. And he just wants to make a big scary looking raise and steal the blinds. But we have ace jack suited blind versus blind. This could be a big hand, but I think a lot of times it's not going to be, and I like our ace jack here. I'm definitely going to go ahead and 3-bet. If he comes over the top, I don't like it as much. Maybe he will have ace king, ace queen, uh, and we're dominated, but there's a large part of his range that we're doing perfectly fine against, which would include pocket pairs and maybe just random spazzes with worse hands like Broadway cards or king queen or maybe worse aces. I think our hand plays perfectly well to get it in if he 4-bet shoves. We're blind versus blind. Maybe he's 4-bet shoving tons of stuff. But we're definitely getting it in here if he shoves and not really thinking about it. Although I don't like it as much as if he comes over the top. But I think it's pretty important in a spot like this to take the initiative and put him on the defensive. I don't like flatting here at all, just because you know he's going to c-bet, basically 100% of the time. If we don't flop a pair, there's not much we can do, and the pot's going to be so bloated that we don't have room for floating or bluffing or anything like that. We're just going to have to fold if we whiff. So for that reason, I think it's pretty important to take the initiative, especially given we probably have the best hand or a hand that plays perfectly well against his hand a lot of the time. So we go ahead and 3-bet. And he flats. The important thing to notice now is we have effectively really narrowed his range a lot. We know for sure he didn't have ace king or ace queen pre-flop. We know for sure he doesn't have queens, kings, or aces. We know for sure that unless he has jack 10 or pocket twos, we effectively have the nuts right here. It is basically impossible for us to not have him beat now, which is great. And so what we want to do is make a bet that possibly will induce him to shove worse hands. So a lot of you guys might just be shoving here because, oh, we flop great. We got top pair all in for about a pot size bet. But you don't really want to do that. You know you have the nuts and you know there's no way for him to have you beat. You want to make a bet that maybe he'll just call or maybe he'll shove over the top of. If he has a pair of tens, he's going to go all in over a small bet. Maybe if he has any pocket pair, he's going to go all in over a small bet. Uh, Maybe he has king 10. Maybe he'll spaz out with like queen 8 or king 9 or anything like that. The bottom line is you want him to come over the top. And I think right here I bet around 5K or so. But honestly, given that we know we have the nuts, I really like betting like 3,800 or so and really making it look like, hopefully making it look like we have ace king or ace queen. But we bet 5K, he folds, and we take it down.